All right, so last time we talked about solving triangles with the law of sines when we had two angles and a side. So this time, if we're going to solve one of these, we need three pieces of information. So if we had two angles last time and one side, today we're going to talk about when we have two sides and one angle. So last time there were two cases. You either had two angles and the side in between or two angles and the side not between. We're going to have those same situations here. So let's say we had triangle ABC. And we had two sides. Let's say side C was 26 and side A was 34. And the angle between them was 93 degrees. So what we're missing angle A, we're missing angle C, and we're missing side B. So since we only know one angle, we can't just say that all three angles add up to 180 and solve that way, because we'd have two unknowns. So if we want to find out B, well, there's these two cases that have the B. Well, we have angle B, so this whole ratio will be fine. And we have side A. Side A is 34, but we don't have angle A. So we wouldn't have angle A and B, so we wouldn't have three pieces. So we can't use this one. On this one, we have angle B and side B. We have side C, but we don't have angle C. So we would be missing B and angle C, so there's two things we don't know. So in a case like this, if you have two sides and the included angle, you can't use law of sines. Don't worry, we will figure out a way to solve this triangle, but that way is not using the law of sines. So if you have two sides and the angle in between them, you cannot use the law of sines. But let's try this again. Let's say we had triangle ABC again. Let's use the same 93 degrees at B, but instead of, instead of having 26 and 34 here, let's do a 26 and 34 there. So we're still missing angles A and C, but we're also missing side A. Now, let's see if we could solve for side A. If we want to solve for side A, well, this one has side A. This one has side A. But we don't know angle A. And we don't know, but we do know B and B. So this would be full. But these two would be empty, so we'd have two unknowns. Same thing here, we'd have two unknowns. So we can't do side A. And also we can't do angle A, because if we're doing angle A, we would need side A. So that means we're going to need to find out angle C. We're going to need to find angle C first. Because if we find angle C, we already know side C. Side C is 26. The 26 is opposite angle C. And then we know sides B and angles B. So we can use this. Sine of B over B equals sine of C over C. So, sine of 93 over 34 equals sine of C over 26. We're trying to get C by itself, so multiply both sides by 26. 26 sine of 93 over 34 equals sine of C. To undo sine, we do sine inverse. All right, and that's where we use our calculator. This is the exact value. Not expecting you guys to write your answer like that. We can just use our calculator. So sine inverse of 26 sine of 93 divided by 34. You could have simplified the 26 over 34 to 13 over 17, but really we're just using our calculator anyway. So approximate, and we get 49.8. So this is 49.8. Oh, hold up. Now we know two angles. If you know two angles in a triangle, you can find the third angle in the triangle, because 93 plus 49.8 plus A equals 180. So add up 93 and 49.8 and subtract them from 180, and you get 37.2. So angle A is 37.2 degrees. So now the only thing that we're missing is side A. So we have everything except side A. So we could use either one of these. But on this one, we had to approximate angle C. So I'm going to use this one because we didn't have to approximate angle B and B. So sine of A, which is 37.2, over A equals sine of B, which is 93. Oops. Over side B, which is 34. Cross multiply and solve. A sine of 93 equals 34 sine of 37.2. Divide. A equals 34 sine of 37.2 over sine of 93. I don't know what that is approximately, so we use our calculator. 34 sine of 37.2 divided by sine of 93 equals 20.58. So we found everything that's missing. And a quick check. Our largest angle is opposite our largest side. Our smallest angle is opposite our smallest side. So that makes sense. We have logical answers, and that's our solution. All right, so that's using the law of sines to solve when you have two sides and a non-included angle. Have fun.